sweater drama,
Sweater-Gate.
Sweater-Gate discussion. All right, so for those viewers just tuning in, Kinsey, why don't you recap them on what exactly happened in LA this
All
weekend?
right, Cliff's Notes. This meteorologist, I want to say her name is Liberté Chan. She showed up to work in a very cute, something I would wear, white and black dress, two patterned, so her dress was see-through when she stood in front of the green weather wall. And because of that, she put on an extra dress she had, which is clearly a cocktail attire, charity kind of cute.
Sure,
yeah,
right.
It's frilly, sparkly gown. And her co-anchor walks up and goes to hand her a sweater.
Right, you can see that his hand right there.
Right there. And she puts it on and plays along. And the internet has exploded. People saying KTLA is sexist.
Does it look like I'm handing
It totally does. Samia handed her a sweater, and so now the internet hates Samia. But as Samia and I are familiar with, KTLA, very personality-driven.
Very personality-driven.
Fun, loving. They tease each other all the time. She had to blog on her own saying, KTLA did not make me put on the sweater. My coworkers are my family. We love each other. We tease each other. And so a lot of outrage over expectations with women. Why no one ever gets on and says, I hate your bow tie, Bill O'Reilly. You know what I mean? It's just
Bill O'Reilly wear bow ties?
No, but there are clearly different standards for men than there are for women in news still, and this is a great example of
Right,
that.
people will critique your hair, your makeup, your outfits, but it's very rare that a guy's outfit gets critiqued. Now, it might be because guys' fashion is basic.
Right.
It tends to be very plain. You can
Unless
never
you're
really
John
remember. You can never really remember what a guy wore on Tuesday or Friday. They could probably wear the same thing multiple times in a week and you wouldn't notice.
Right.
But
so a lot of interesting conversations stemming from this, and I think that it's important that one of the major things that they said about this story in particular was they brought to light that video that came out not too long ago of the men reading hateful comments to female reporters. This is pushed for that again, and how critical people can be of female reporters and how hateful the comments can be. So it's been interesting. I do think, though, that they went a little far on the social media, the anchors themselves, documenting it. I did not think that was necessary. There needs to be, look, it's on Hollywood Today, too. Hollywood Today is talking about it. There needs to be some sort of distance between anchors and the public. I think that if they're too obtainable,
too accessible.
Yeah, there is something less special about them. And after there was such a huge reaction online that immediately after the broadcast, they all had their cell phones out and were Facebook Living and were reading comments and were sharing.
But you know what? In the anchor's defense, the social media team at the station probably pushes all the talent to be as social as possible. I mean, I know in the newsrooms I've worked at, there's always a social media team pushing the on-air talent to just be as engaged as possible on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, everything, Periscope, you name it. It's all about the followers.
Right. No, that's true. That is true. But at what point does it negatively affect the brand when the brand as a whole, when everybody is live streaming just drama and negativity?
That's a good question, Kinsey. We'll talk more about this in just a couple minutes, but we're going to go live now to the Fox Upfront. Is that Miss Universe, or does she just look like Miss Universe?
She definitely looks like a Miss Universe.
Miss Philippines.
We'll have to see.
Is that Miss Philippines, or am I just thinking she looks like Miss Philippines, guys? You tell me.
Causes you got to, give back to. So we can, each of you, if you want to go.
Well, with me, I've only been a Miss Universe for about